What's my strategy, you ask?
I make my customers rich.
So CoolSculpting is, anybody try CoolSculpting? I don't know how fast Bitcoin will go to 20K, but it could go to 70K. It was at 70K beforehand. I don't even know how it's so ridiculous. CoolSculpting. How does it work? It's like some laser. The sad thing is we're all going to look like this at some point, at least women-wise. All women end up, this is where you're going. All right? Okay, so you wear this thing and it burns your fat off? Is that the idea? Obviously, only women care about this. This guy just shaved. I mean, this is a terrible before and after. This is just a different angle. Breathing in will do this. Suck it in, suck it in. Bitcoin's really selling off here. I also don't always look at chat for what it's worth. I'd say if money is no issue, I would go with Ben Brafman for sure, 𝗥𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗀, Alex Spiro, who also worked for Ben. Mark and Alex worked for Ben. Don't be mean. Stop being mean to the other kitty. No, she doesn't want to play. My cat, Nibbles, used to bother me. Now she bothers Trashy. Trashy's an old lady. Trashy's an old lady. Leave her alone. Okay, so this is an oral peptide. Other people have this. You know, if Abbvie's buying it, it's probably going to be good. If it's immunology, Abbvie immunology is pretty elite. Whoa! Criterion for early efficacy was not met. That's not good. I am short Lay's. What a fake company. All right, let's look at Moderna real quick on the fly. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Moderna's value dropped a lot. All right, where is it now? 35? They have a new COVID vaccine. Okay, so they actually came in line with their guidance in terms of the COVID vaccine. They sold what they expected to sell. I'm not trading Moderna. Almost every company is at JP Morgan. So the question is, what is Moderna worth? Burning all this cash. Would you pay $4 billion for this portfolio? Without the CMV drug, I'm not sure I would. I'm not sure I'd chase Moderna.
Order cancelled.
IonQ hard to borrow. Come on.
Order partially filled.
You cheat on Path of Exile.
Order filled.
What else are you cheating on? Should short more Lays. This thing's going to zero. No short availability on Lays. All right, how about D-Wave? D-Wave the dog. Yeah, I wouldn't try to assign too much rhyme or reason to quantum stocks, man. They're just, it's just a question of how baggy are each separate retail holder base.
Order filled.
I almost bought this drug too. No, I didn't see Scott's post on the quantum stock hype. That does sound funny. It's good I became an academic rather than an investor. Well said. I consider him to be one of the smartest people in the world for a reason. No, there's no Terry Davis at DL Software, but we thought we'd pay homage, to the GOAT. I covered a lot on Friday when the market dropped pretty dramatically for quantum. I thought that would be a one-time opportunity. Clearly it was wrong. I covered a lot of IonQ in the low 30s because I thought it'd be, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest, like 30 and a half, 30.7, etc. Now I'm trying to figure out if I should short it at that price. Same thing with QBTS. I went long a bunch. Not long, but I covered a bunch in the low 5 range. But I kind of feel stupid because I just thought it was a quick after hours dip, and it turns out that it's probably going to be just continuous downside for all these stocks. So I feel a little bit stupid, but I certainly have room to short more if they go up. Kramer's talking about a washout, so like maybe that means we've seen the capitulation already. I don't know. I don't want to dunk on Kramer. I like him a lot. I also kind of have that feeling. I don't know if that makes sense. Bitcoin's also rallying a little bit. I mean, I'd still short all these stocks in size, but
partially filled.
5 or 10% does make a bit of a difference. So yeah, I'm short MicroStrategy already. I want to look at some binary events. SLS is coming up pretty soon, I think. There are markets where nothing is hyped. That's what Kramer used to say. It's a bull market somewhere. There's always a bull market somewhere. That was his old TV show line. Wow, Johnson & Johnson's buying Itsy Bitsy Spider. Godel has a thing at 8 o'clock. Everything goes ham. See it on Interactive too. Is Interactive broken? Is Interactive late? A lot of people get pre-market trading at 8 o'clock. I don't even know what ARQT is. Was that Arcutis, the drug company? Do I believe in AI? What does that mean? Is there some faith-based requirement? Do I believe these algorithms are real?
Order partially filled.
Office 2010 was a banger. Office 2000 was a banger. Office 2000.
Partially filled.
Office 2003. I didn't like
Order
it. Once
partially
Office
filled.
2006 started rolling around, I was
Order
like,
filled.
my fellow OS enjoyers. Okay, here's the
Order
relief
filled.
rally I thought we would get on Friday, but I thought it would start at 30 instead of 29 or 28. Ah, they got the same, it's the same old company. It's the same old, that's their same old funder. Moderna reported some not so great trial news on their main drug, their CMV drug, which a lot of people don't know is their main drug. Their COVID stuff is kind of rearview mirror. I can't believe the US Army's giving me another chance to short IonQ. God bless you. Yeah, Rumble's probably a 0. Yeah,
Order
the Army
filled.
ain't saving you this time. The Army may save you in a war, but the Army ain't saving you in this war.
Order partially filled.
Sorry.
Order filled.
Sorry, Shkreli needs your liquidity. Moderna, I literally just said Moderna had some bad trial data. You don't buy shorts. What do you sell shorts. And you don't sell shorts, you sell short. You guys, your vocabulary is killing me. If anybody in my office ever said, "Are you buying more shorts?" I would just
Order
literally
partially
slap the
filled.
taste out of their mouth. Ow! Why'd you do that? Buying shorts?
Order.
You going for a swim? You're buying shorts? No options
Order
pre-market
filled.
now. I've generally just been net short these stocks.
Order partially filled.
The sizing and timing and all this stuff has been pretty wild. I've gone up, gone down, gone up, gone down. Lays is gone to 0, dude. Joke
Order
of a
partially
company.
filled.
ABXL might have
Order
good
partially
news.
filled.
Why? Why would you say that?
Order filled.
I don't know
Order
about
partially
Abbvie.
filled.
Abbvie doesn't look that great. They are like the best
Order
managed.
partially filled.
One of the best managed drug companies. One of the best managed companies, period. And you kind of like to belong the best managed companies at decent prices. I don't really do puts, so I don't know how to help you there. I don't like buying puts unless I know exactly what date it is, this and
Order
that.
partially filled.
I'm 100% sure. It's just too hard to be, it's hard enough to be right on the direction. It's even harder to be right on the timing and the exact price. That's like, you're asking too much. I don't know about if it's about efficiency, Oral. I'd say it's much more about strategy.
Order
Drug
partially
companies
filled.
are all kind of easy to
Order
run.
filled.
Practically, I think it's the top people that are making the decisions that make good decisions at Abbvie. Management has changed over as well. They got a new CEO, so we'll see how they do. The most recent deal they did was not so great. I did on Friday. I covered a lot on Friday, and now I'm sort of being punished because they're lower than where I covered on Friday. Although I covered like low 30s on Friday, like 30.5 kind of price, so not too far, but I feel kind of dopey. Bitcoin's rallying too. I don't have a good options book for you. There's one popular one with a white cover. I mean, I guess IonQ
Order
rallied on
partially
like
filled.
contract news, right? Rigetti, D-Wave, IonQ, SLS. I can't even believe I'm saying that. What a fake company.
Partially
Buy
filled.
one of their chips
Order filled.
so I can see who made it originally. They're also launching
Order
on the
filled.
SpaceX rocket to make like a microsatellite. I don't think you could just make those without it.
Order partially
Like some
filled.
FCC
Order filled.
Spectrum or something, right? SpaceX will take you up for like $500. Good question, Kev. I would just maybe give him a computer or something. I don't know. There's also something called Scratch that people are using. I don't know if it's $500, but it's not that expensive. I'm just trading some stuff, shorting the stocks that I covered on Friday for worse prices. Should have been doing that today. I should have left some room to do that this morning. Sometimes it's called getting whipsawed. I mean, to be fair, these have been quite the gyrations. They got to worry about generating some revenue. Saudi Arabia ain't going to get your revenue. Poor saps. Look at QMCO. Almost back down to its normal. Oh, I have a huge QMCO. Oh, no, I don't have a huge QMCO position. QUBT position. Yeah, some people think I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. No money is spent on free riders in drug development. It's spent on research and clinical trials. Clinical trials, I mean, doctors demand payment to do clinical trials. They don't do anything for free. I don't know who this safe guy is. He's like an idiot to me, wading into a debate that he doesn't understand. Yeah, meanwhile, his big claim to fame is crypto. Nothing wrong with crypto, just stay in your lane. Chances are you're not a genius philosopher and you just got lucky buying early. Chances are a couple of these guys make a couple bucks and all of a sudden they're the philosopher kings. Yeah, there was no real data for ABXL. they didn't say anything. In fact, what I would imagine it's going to be very kind of disappointing to people who thought it would be something. It's just so cringy. Yeah, one of the things you could do with these short ETFs is you can kind of, you used to be able to short the short ETFs and they would have some drift, negative drift. Yeah, Ryan, I think we are going to do that. And we'll be announcing Goodell price increases relatively soon. You'll hear it for sure. Something we'll say pretty loudly. Well, we are building a competitor to FactSet. They're also a partner of ours. So I have nothing but good things to say about FactSet. May they acquire us for $1 billion? No, Gion, I think we just do pure JavaScript. Nothing wrong with pure JavaScript in certain places. Remember, the browser can still adjust all the elements. At the end of the day, React all boils down to DOM. Option prices are real time. Yeah, it's all coming. We're negotiating a big deal right now as we speak for 100 new markets. Taking way too long if you ask me. But they're talking about I'm the CEO. I should do something about it. Man, what are you talking about? I'm not touching Moderna. It's close to like no value for the business. I mean, they may not have much of a business pretty soon, but it's a tricky market. I got whipsawed. Let me show you what I did, just for anybody curious. Admit some mistakes here. So this is IonQ. So I'm short. And then around here, I start to cover it. Okay, because it was down a lot. This is Friday after hours. So I figured this was like, I guess, Thursday and Friday. And I figured that it was down after hours fairly substantially, like 6%. Just because of options expiry and there was no real rhyme or reason. I wake up this morning and it's down here. And of course, I actually start to sell and short it down here. And now I'm doing this. So, pretty classic mistake. I never should have shorted it. You're doing good, kitty. You're doing good. Keep shredding the paper towels. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the buy. I mean, it hasn't gone up that much. It doesn't matter that much, but I could have, if I didn't do this, and I just bought here, like if I'd made this red and then this green, I would have made a lot more money. Everyone's trying to short it now. All right, see how these Lilly call options are trading. So let's see, a 1% move in this stock is $7.80. We can round that to $8. It's down $12 today, for example. So the 780 calls are trading for $18. You're $7 in the money. This is a 4-day expiry. Oh, what day is day off this week? There's a day off this week? I should make an options calculator for Goodell. But in the meantime, I could do something like this for Eli Lilly. Let's say I want to go long. This is the comment. I want to go long, I don't know, 10,000 shares. And the stock price right now is what? 788.30. Okay, so my P&L here is negative 383,000. So keep. Let's see, make this frozen. Okay, so there's my P&L for the common stock. Now let's try. All right, let's start with the 790 puts. I could just do this on Goodell. Let's see.
Order partially filled.
I already have it up actually.
Order filled.
So the 790s are 11. Let's see
Order partially filled.
Interactive matches up with that.
Order filled.
So let's say the 790s are trading at 14. 790 put $14. Okay, so let's say we buy 100 of these. At 790, let's see, we're going to use an if statement here. 790 minus this is less than 0, then we do 0. Otherwise, we'll do 790 minus D2. Might be easier. It actually worked. Now we take that and we multiply it, or we subtract it by our basis, which would be this, and then we multiply it by 10,000 in essence. Okay, this makes sense because the 790 puts are worth $40. Okay, great. Make sure all this stuff is frozen. Okay, guys. So this is what this payoff looks like. This doesn't look right. So this is the payoff. We're long the stock and long the 790s. We basically raise our break even to 800, which sucks because it's at 790. So you need the stock to go up 1% just to break even. But after that, you kind of have unprotected profits and you have leverage profits. So you can go up, you can add zeros to this because have protected losses. So if you're right, in this case, you're capped at losing 1 million or so, but your gains, if you get a couple percent move, you make $1 million. So pretty nice trade there. I'd short 𝗥𝗑𝗬𝗍 right now. It's going to 2.
Order partially filled.
Let's go, cheeky. Make sure you subscribe to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Don't you make 200 grand without subscribing to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and tell all your friends. I have the most unique customer acquisition strategy in all of tech. What's my strategy, you ask?
Order
I make my
partially
customers
filled.
rich.
Order filled.
Okay, 𝗥𝗑𝗬𝗍𝗍's back on stock borrow for 3,000 shares. I will take them all, thank you.
Order partially filled.
I mean, this is all a matter of if your broker let you short these stocks. Everything else is
Order filled.
free money. I've never been this lazy about taking investors. People will email to invest, and I'm like, I'll
Order
get
filled.
to it tomorrow.
Order cancelled.
Most startups are like, how fast can you sign this dotted line? Sign. If you're asking about minimum,
Order
I don't
filled.
think, I don't know if this is right for you, man. You don't do lots of these types of investments already. I'm not sure we want you. I mean, ask Elon why he's raising money for XAI. Yeah, I mean, usually at least, you know how it is. I was talking to the other guy, Drax. Drax, you know how it is. Most of these guys won't take less than 25 or 50. I once had a guy try to invest $10,000. And I'm talking about a serious venture guy. I was just like, dude, maybe he was 5. I don't even remember, but it was so small. I think he was a younger guy. He wanted to get his credibility of venture investing up. So like he wanted to be an quote unquote angel investor. You know, in biotech, there's no such thing as angel investing, but in tech, you're supposed to put out a press release that says, oh, so-and-so famous person invested, you know, in our company. And that's supposed to be like a really big signal, like, wow. There's no, I mean, as much as, again, I respect our investors, but there's no single investor
Order
that's
filled.
that good that, you know, they're immaculate. Not even Peter
Order
Thiel
partially filled.
Thiel buys tons of stinkers. We all do. I mean, he's probably the best investor alive next to Buffett, but nobody stamp. Well, it's not so much an ego thing because it's the companies
Order
that put it
partially
out.
filled.
And the
Order
companies
filled.
that put it out are more desperate than anything else. They want to say, wow, look
Order
at me,
partially
so-and-so
filled.
invested. You know, somebody asked me the other day, what do you look for in an investor? I was like, what? That the check clears? What do I look for? Look for you to stop wasting my time. I would like your advice on ESG. Yeah, Elon is great, you know, but he's not known for his investing. Elon doesn't really invest in privates. Maybe Georgia Tech. If that worked, the tier 1 VCs would have great returns. A lot of them don't have that great returns. Ultimately, your product's got to work. Nobody's using a B2B SaaS app because somebody important
Order filled.
invested in it. Like, oh, wow, Sequoia invested in you guys. I can definitely solve my business problems unique to my enterprise
filled.
because Sequoia invested. And again, I like Sequoia. I like the people there. It's just, it doesn't make sense that, you know, you got to win. I was just about to do the Novo model.
Order
The
filled.
biggest thing on Novo is that patent a problem or not? Wall Street doesn't think it's a problem at all.
Order filled.
And they just trust that Ozempic is not going generic for another 10 years. Yeah, I mean, if it isn't obvious that Rigetti is going to too, then I don't know what to
Order
tell
filled.
you. Yeah, Bezos is next, right? Zuck,
Order partially filled.
Bezos, Musk,
Order filled.
Wong, public toilet.
Yeah, I don't like quantum either.
Jason Calacanis is like,
I want to weigh in on this too.
Order filled.
I don't think Andreessen's coming out and saying that anytime soon. Still waiting on IonQ borrow. Yeah, Soros is definitely not a great writer. Would I say that to his face? Probably not. I don't know
Order
why the
filled.
fuck DJT is up. It's so weird. Can somebody check, see if they can find the news or something?
Order partially filled.
Full port, DJT
Order
short.
filled.
I bet you DJT is going to try to do like crypto or something. It's going to go to 47 because Trump's the 47th president? Stop. You got to take everybody's money away, bro. Y'all have been playing long enough. Playing games with this money, bro.
Order filled.
Shares. I only talk about shares. SIBO, negative 1.2. That's pretty good. 𝗕𝗏𝗡𝗏, negative 10.3. In Parkinson's, you're trying to restore dopamine, so I guess this makes sense. And there's other drugs like this. Will it sell? I don't know why you need more dopamine in agonists for Parkinson's. Oh yeah, SLS. I keep forgetting about SLS. That's the one I should really be focused on. Let's take a look at that. Well, the problem is these guys are just such scammers. So they're not straight shooters. Interim analysis is expected in January. They may recommend to stop early for efficacy, futility, or continue the study. If they continue the study, I think that's bad, right? And they said they'll do it in January. So if it's this week, relax. All these stocks are going to zero. We don't have to hold, quote unquote, anything. All right. So the 50-cent puts, 5 cents. Oh, SLS is hard to borrow? What is going on? You're active, dude. I mean, SLS also has like no cash, I think. So we're basically BK pretty soon here. But yeah, expected to be a lot like 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀 was a little.
𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀.
You got to be patient. I mean, they have 60 events or 80 events. So if they don't make it on 60, they're not going to make it on 80. But there's no borrow, so Medicine Investor had a bunch of other binaries. Yeah, one of my best friends is the CEO. CEO of Allergan until he turned his back on me when I went through the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗀 controversy. And a lot of other people were like, I don't know that kid. Yeah, he was an investor in my hedge fund. I will say he did not testify against me. Not too many people stuck by him. I mean, retail consumer is a really easy niche. Nobody's going to take you that seriously because... I mean, you can sound like you know what you're talking about in any field, but it's pretty easy to pick up retail, restaurants, consumer. It's a lot harder to pick up biotech. Oh, Dom, you're sad. So sad and mad. Why? I called cassava. I called Galt. I called the quantum shorts. Why are you so mad? Are you mad you didn't make a 20x? Oh, you're right. You're right. I just deposited the $2 million for funsies just to play a trick on you. You're right. You're right. The order filled. Those are all just fake sounds. You're right, dude. You got me. You caught me. You caught me. Yeah, this LAES is pretty gnarly, man. Oh, more just came available as a short. Don't mind if I do. Romit, that's the $1 billion question. You get the timing right in investing, that's all you need to do. What more do you need to do? That's like saying, how do I slam dunk the basketball? How do I make the game-winning shot? Jordan, for 3. Yes. Wait for rally up, they may never happen. There's no easy answer to that. That's a good one, Anonymous. That has worked. My friends do that with me. The problem is they miss the trades where I'm quick. I mean, that trial should still work. Problem is the thing works for COVID, but nothing else. All these other diseases. Now you get the whole mRNA world for free if you buy Moderna at this price. You get herpes, HIV, norovirus, flu, CMV, a couple of rare diseases that probably aren't worth anything. The problem is I'm not sure I'd pay for that pipeline. I'm curious what 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗧𝗜𝗍 has to say about this. I mean, you know, the thing is, like in biopharma, you know, there's only so much stuff to buy. You want me to get the portfolio to 100? What more do I have to prove to you before you love me, Dad? I've always loved you, son. I don't care what your trading returns are, or if they're better than Bill Ackman's. Why do you keep mentioning Ackman, Dad?